And it's finally happened. The Dark Heresy Alpha. Day late. Just because I had to finish Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, Act 3. I haven't even finished the game. But 120 hours in, finally done Act 3. So, what is the plan? Yeah, we'll just test it out, really. See what it's like. Maybe give some feedback. Choose preset. Maris Portum Sectorus. Level of aquatic activity stable. Archival testimony report. The occult of the Inquisition completed the mission to retrieve the artifact from Sholtus Valor, but lost his mentor, Inquisitor Leander de Tarol, in the process. Immediately after the trial, the occult of the Inquisition headed to the lower levels of the Hive, to the Marisportum Sectorus. Occult's escort, Chakchun Jungle Fighter, Chirurgeon, Sanction Psyker. Or critical. The occult failed the mission to retrieve the artifact, but managed to save his mentor. Following the trial, the occult of the Inquisition first headed to the spires of the Hive, and only afterward descended into the Marisportum Sectoris. Let's clip it. Escort, Jungle Fighter, Chirurgeon, Sanction Psyker, that's the same. While in the spires, the occult of the Inquisition made an agreement with the Fabricator General and was assigned the task of re-establishing communication with the Sacred Machine, type Servo Congregator, located on the lower levels of Hive Sibelius. Okay, we'll do the first one first then. Probably just do normal. Okay, 1 second. I may need to turn down some settings. Upper Hivers, they come to punish us. Run! Inquisitor, Milicentant, and Battle Sister Septium are in the... Okay, well... How is it running? We're at 100%. I think I'm going to have to turn something down. Did that even change anything? No, it's gone down now. Now it's not hitting. Okay, now we'll hopefully get 60. Okay, okay. Start with the inventory. Ooh, he's been smoking. Okay, so who are we? Occult. Acolyte, I mean. God damn it. Oh, what have I done? Okay, so weapon skill, ballista skill, strength, toughness, agility, intelligence, perception, willpower, fellowship. Oh, I'm an officer. Of course I'm an officer. Influence. Influence is a parameter of what determines the radius around a unit within which select abilities can affect other units. Typically, base influence is equal to 2, but it can be changed. Oh, right, action points. And movement points. Okay. Got a sniper rifle and then another rifle. Laser weapon. Oh, right. Longas is laser. And who's... Oh, God. Oh, heavy stubber. Weapon skill, ballista skill. Toughness. Okay, he's a soldier, of course. Very good. Oh, wait. He had... Oh, he's fairly equal. And then who is this? Another soldier. But with a flamer. Ooh. A flamer and a shotgun. And then the sanctioned psycho. A mystic. Agility. Intelligence. So what does strength do? Ability to lift heavy objects and melee damage. Physical resilience. Maximum wounds. Determines the movement and reaction speed as well as the ability to evade attacks. Intelligence. It affects vitals damage. And make logical connections. Perception. Determine the ability to use their senses. It affects vitals damage. Okay. Mental resilience. Determines the character's presence, assertiveness, and ability to influence those around them. Convictions. Characteristics. Archetypes. Combat morale. Burst fire. Tactical movement specialist. The pyromancer. Telekinesis. Echo of the Unearthed. Inquisitor Millicentilia and Battle Sister Septimia are in the Marasportum Sectorius, one of the lower hab zones of Hive Sibelius. Lord Inquisitor Anton Zerbe has instructed the occult to travel to Marasportum to assist the representatives of the Tyrantine Cabal. Find Sister Septium. Orientation point. Available data indicates that Sister Septium's fortified count is on the outskirts of Marasportium. Find Inquisitor Millicentilia is outside Marasportum. Head to the lower hab zone of Hive Sibelius. Okay. Reputation. Official representatives of the Echo's hierarchy. Adeptus Ministoratum. Lave World's Fleet. Regiment of the Astra Militarum. Primary Hives. Inquisitive Journal. Oh, and then the map. Very Rogue Trader-ish. Is it? So tab. Can I select one person? Yeah. Then control A. Ooh, what's this? 50 centimeters of plasticine plate block your way out of the hab zone. Silence reigns all around you, and only the quiet hissing of the vox hanging on the wall around you. No, behind the door catches your attention. Why am I locked in here? As I've said before, civilians are not allowed to leave Marasportum perimeter, and no, we are not coming to an understanding. Wait a minute, I don't know you. Show the sigil on the picked recorder. You know what this is, don't you? Open the gate. This is the gatekeeper of Gateway P344 speaking. The gate is locked due to an elevated threat level. For permission to exit, contact an authorized official. What is the reason for the elevated threat level? Sea quakes, toxic spills, landslides, Rampton heretics, take your pick. It seems to me you made it in time before another flood. You headed to Marasportum before going to the Spires. But it's inevitable, and when it comes, there'll be new attempts to breach this gate. Is there any other way to leave this place? Sure, if you can fly. Who can authorize my exit? You'll need Inquisitor Millicentilia Septimia as authorized to give such orders to. Where can I find her? And where is this one? Okay. Oh, God. The door is locked with a heavy-duty padlock. Without a key, not even an explosion could help you open it. Push. Arms injured. Oh god. Jump. Rotation, keyboard, the mouse. That's better. That's way too fast. Eyeball. It's better than you think, Upper Hiver. Just don't let it eat you up. Hello there, Upper Hivers. You need to know a couple of things before you go any further. The grimy man proudly shows off the luminous tattoos glowing dimly under his skin. I'm here to make sure everybody knows what's right out the gate. The Baron and us, his carvers, are in charge in this town. We need order here, so watch yourself and you'll be good. I'll do whatever I want and watch wherever I want. He examines the symbol closely, then lifts an intrigued gaze to you. What's that? Looks like a badge or pendant. Do you want to trade it? Sorrow gives you a sympathetic glance. Have mercy on this wretched soul and do not punish him. It's unlikely that the unfortunates who are trapped in this cesspit from birth to death would recognize the symbols of the Holy Orders. Educate him. It's the symbol of the Holy Inquisition. It means I am an agent of the Golden Throne. He frowns. Inquisition? What could the Great Inquisition want with us? He looks around in haste and nods to himself. You know, go wherever you want. I'd better go too. Change squad. Oh. Is there a bug where this just does nothing? Hello, hello. Full screen post effect. Indeed. The graphics are amazing. But it's struggling to run. I can't seem to find one that makes a difference. I wonder if there's a bug where it's not changing either. It's because it's at 50 FPS now. I don't think it's changing. Yeah. Graphically, it doesn't look any different with the settings. I've already broken an arm trying to push something. A crowd of onlookers and the owner of the chest are watching you closely. Turn on. Oh. Data conduit cable coil. Package of mesh weave. Who knows what that is? Oh, this is... Oh, what the hell? What the hell? The carcass of the sea monster shows clear signs of mutation. The precise cause remains a mystery. Okay. Oh, acolyte. It is a lot sharper, isn't it? Oh, it is 83% out here. Deaconess. A stout woman in loose acolyte robes stares at you in astonishment. Am I truly allowed to behold an agent of the Golden Throne? One of those who fervently serve the God Emperor within the ranks of the Holy Inquisition? Saint's blood, I can hardly believe it. I am Deaconess Enevida, a servant of the Adeptus Ministratum. By the will of the God Emperor, Cardinal Ignato himself has permitted me to bestow blessings of the Calixian cult upon the worthy. May I see the blessings available to me? Oh, blessings. The shop. Oh, it's going to be weird having to actually use money. Staff of Flames. Organ stubber. Medicae, yeah. Tearing chain axe. Bolt pistol. Multi-key. Organ. Psyker sandals. Yeah, this having 2 reps is interesting. Presence, reputation of the Inquisitor occult, earned through deeds that inspire respect and fear. Rapture, reputation of the Inquisitor occult, earned through amicable deeds. Oh, goods. Oh, Sister Septima. Sister Septima studies you with a steady, appraising look, making something inside you clench. Occult. Leander de Taro's occult. I remember you. Rarely does one meet occults who bear the burden of their duty with such zeal. Yeah, so at the beginning I got to choose between the two, like, pre-done states. And one of them is you save the artifact and kill your mentor. And the other's the other way around or something. Lord Inquisitor Zerb sent me to assist you, sister, yet I know nothing of your objectives. Oh, that animation's a bit awkward. I thank the God Emperor for this. Corruption cannot disturb an empty mind. For now, you need know only what I tell you. First, Inquisitor Millicentilla has lost the greater part of her servants in this hab zone. This has slowed her investigations, and consequently our joint work. Find out what happened to them as soon as you can, otherwise Inquisitor Millicentilla will be forced to spend time she should be devoting to saving Calixis. Second, my servant Dirkus was to make contact with the local preacher, Ericamus. His orders were to question Ericamus and bring me the particulars I require. The Sister of Battle compresses her lips into a thin line. Dirkus has the gall not to present himself before me. You must descend into the bowels of this rotten place, learn where Dirkus is now, and bring him to me. You will recognize the servant by the robes of the acolyte. Black hair cropped short and the implant plate set to his forehead. Oh, clue. Since when are we obliged to act as lackeys for the Adeptus Sororitas? The Lord Inquisitor has transferred all of you to serve under my command for the duration of this mission. Therefore, at present, you are following my orders. What happens afterwards, only the God Emperor knows. Oh, are you suggesting we search the whole hab zone to find Dirkus? To avoid fruitless searching, go to Confessor Ericamus, the head of the Flock of Repentance. He dwells in the so-called Upper Town. You will find him at the very top. The workers' devotional service should be drawing to a close, so you may pass through the gates freely. Say I sent you and he will reveal every secret. You arrived with sufficient haste, so I judge Dirkus could not have been swept away in the toxic surge. Bring him to me alive and whole. No, I haven't seen it, no. Do you work alongside Inquisitor Millicentilla? She's conducting her own investigation here. Her efforts are, without a doubt, directed at supporting the Tyrantine Cabal. Yet, upon learning of my arrival, she did not see fit to join my righteous mission. Our talks about working together have stalled, and she now avoids my company. Wit's tests succeed. Her frosty tone leaves no uncertainty. Despite her attempt to make light of the situation, there is no love lost between the Sister of Battle and the Inquisitor. Given Inquisitor Millicentilla's dire circumstances, it is all the more surprising that her agent, the Sister glances briefly at the data slate she holds in her hand, Rufinus Scragg, is probing the Marisportum Sectorus on some mission. I must know what he is trying to sniff out. My people have lost track of him, therefore I entrust this task to you. Case open on the trail. According to the report, the agent bears an old burn on his face and the augmentation on the lower part of his left leg below the knee. These distinguishing features will guide you in your search. You want me to spy on the agents for another Inquisitor? Yes, I want to be kept informed of developments, and Mistress Millicenta is slow to share intelligence. My people are needed here, but you are a different matter. So Scragg's whereabouts are unknown to you? He who was charged with the watching of the agent failed in his duty, and now pays the price for that negligence. This, however, was merely a temporary lapse. I will do whatever I can. Find the preacher Dirkus and return him. The objective is clear. I am not finished yet. Since the last tidal surge, people have been disappearing from these parts. Most of the missing were certainly swallowed by the raging flood, yet others vanished afterwards. People continue to go missing. On some nights, as many as 50 can be unaccounted for. Among other tasks, you must discover what became of those unfortunates and who is responsible for their disappearances. That is all for now. Go and see to it. Following the sea quake in the Marasportum Sectorus Hab Zone, the number of missing persons has risen. Question Confessor Ericamus. On the trail. Agents identify Mark, an old burn covering half his face, left leg augmented below the knee. Okay, so this is the cases. Agent's mission. Missing persons. What caused the disappearances in Marasportum Sexmus? Preacher. Oh God. Okay, so look for crazy eyes. Sister Septima's agent sent to the Marasportum lost contact, one of the victims of mysterious disappearances in the Hab Zone. Okay, that's kind of cool. Lower Town. Are you in your right mind, occult? Another stunt like that and I would consider it tantamount to heresy. The banner, an obscure saint of the Order of the Sacred Rose, who devoted her life to her service. The burned bodies are scarcely recognizable as the inhabitants of the Marasportum Sectorius. The Battle Sisters field bunker. The modular design allows it to be deployed even on the unstable ground of Marasportum. I think it's like 10 hours, but I could be wrong. Oh, interesting. Nice. Contained plasma. Magnus class rechargeable battery. Okay, space is collectible. Talking to myself quickly. And again. Weapon skill, ballistic skill, strength, toughness. Yeah, it does. It's like a nice upgrade on Rogue Trader. I'm just testing something because I changed something and it sounds funny. That'll have to do. Slightly injured arms. I think the only thing is the map is kind of... It's confusing sometimes. I know it makes sense, like on this screen and stuff. But the Pathfinder one's nicer. What's this? Excavation site. Do I need to go to the excavation site? Oh, I do. Excavation site. Ooh. Spires. Bastion Serpentis. Marsportum Sectorus. You are playing Warhammer 40,000 Dark Heresy. The game is in development. Report bugs by pressing Alt-B. Oh, interesting. That's the Inquisition we love and like. What's the expression? Oh, my brain's just died. Looming over the recogliger, curled up on the ground, the Inquisitor asked for what does not seem like the first time. Have you remembered anything? One of the two men watching the torture clears his throat. We have guests, Inquisitor. The other man immediately adds, the occult who has been prowling around Marsportum. That's him, mistress. Inquisitor Millicentilla. They could have given her an easier name to say. Turns to you, wipes the blood off her blade, and slides it into the sheath attached to her belt. Anton Zerb's newest protege. I thought you would make an appearance sooner or later. Millicentilla's gaze shifts to Epione. Spez, I've not seen you in some time. It is a pity that you have decided to use your talents in the service of another Inquisitor. She gives the Inquisitor a reserved nod, but does not say a word in response. I am here to provide assistance in your mission. Is that so? I did not request any assistance from the Cabal. Millicentilla examines you, tapping a finger on the grip of her pistol. Her hand lingers near the clasp on her holster, then relaxes. Since you are here, that means you were sent by Lord Inquisitor Zerb. Only he knows about the mission. Gareth, see to the witness's wounds. He is not permitted to die before the end of the interrogation. Dariel, I will be waiting for a report on our progress. As for you, she looks back at you. Your arrival is the best evidence that the Lord Inquisitor is losing patience. Isn't that correct? The Lord Inquisitor wishes to know the reason for your prolonged stay in Marsportum Sectorus, and is offering his assistance. Dariel. My expedition team has gone missing from the excavation site. Workers, disciples of the machine cults and guards. It started with the first seaquake that hit this hab zone. The workers complained of fatigue and ceaseless nightmares. This is not a local incident. People all over the Marsportum Sectorus are suffering from similar symptoms. Many of them have likewise disappeared without a trace. More and more are going missing every day. Reports have shown that these disappearances are systematic, so we can rule out natural population decline. We must learn why people in the Hab Zone are disappearing, and you will begin your investigation right here in my camp. Even an amateur could see there are signs of looting. It might have been more than one group. Was it several? Find out. Reconstruct the events that took place at the camp. I graciously gave you my permission to use the sacred mechanisms bestowed upon the Ordo Xenos by the members of the cult Mechanicus. Xenos? Oh, I guess it's like Order Xenos hunters or something. The Inquisitor gestures to several bulky cogita cases. One of them bears the inscription in calligraphic writing under an abundance of purity seals. It reads, Hollow Invoker. Oh, have you got a limited amount of things to investigate with? And do not forget to interrogate the witness. She nods at the body, rivering at her feet. The old man knows something, but it seems my methods have caused him to lose the last of his memory. I do not have time to coax the answer out of him. So you will deal with him instead. When you are done, report everything you have learned. Any question? Hollow Invoker? I've never heard of such a machine. That is unsurprising. This is a rare piece of architect, and even I had to great lengths to obtain it. The spirits of such machines have the ability to briefly project holific images based on the archived data, be it pics, congregator records, or tactical diagrams. And what will you be doing? Milcentilia's eyes narrow ominously. I have other, equally important matters to attend to, and asking me such questions requires a level of trust that you have not earned. You said my task is to learn why people are disappearing in the Hab Zone. Would it not be better to focus our efforts on finding the workers instead? It is true that rescuing rabble is not my responsibility. However, I cannot ignore the fact that there is some connection between the time frames of those disappearances, both of my people and the locals. There is also the mysterious circumstances of these disappearances and the spread of the nightmare in the Hab Zone. As for what the connection is, that is for you to find out. Try not to announce all of Mars Bottom that the Inquisition is operating here. Milcentilia glances at your unassuming attire. Though, even if you introduce yourself as Lord Inquisitor, I doubt anyone in this place would believe you. Ouch. What have you been searching for down here? Do your job, occult. I'm ready to start my investigation. One of my specialists is already investigating the lower level of the excavation. Find out what he's been able to discover. Take this amulet. That way he'll know I sent you. I'll expect the two of you to work together on this. I need results. Why are you so scared of telling the truth? I know everything already. I simply want to hear it from you. An authorizing code is required to access the sacred. It is immediately apparent that this congregator has been maintained well. The machine spirit responds to your request eagerly. The vid screen lights up with the word authorization successful. Access level occult. The vid screen shows a record of all the machinery units employed at the excavation site, along with their serial numbers. There is a foreman's confirmation note below. View the high engineer's reports. Higher level needed. Most of the entries contain nothing unusual. The last one, however, does catch your attention. It seems the sentries spotted armed individuals attempting to approach the excavation site undetected. The guards eliminated the trespassers, who upon examination were found to be members of a local gang. Why is that? Weird. Okay. Game quick saved. So what's over here? Jump. Part of an ancient structure is buried under the rubble. This ruin was of no interest to the expedition. Is it? Yeah, Q. Oh, but it's that thing where it's the wrong way round. Do you like Q being... Where is it? Rotate camera left. I guess it makes sense. It hurts my brain a bit. Finding... Oh, I think they haven't finished this, have they? Can I do this? Control Shift E. See, that E going this way makes more sense to my brain for some reason. The Ramblings of Tom. There are knife marks on the inside of the vat. Someone tried to scrape off the hardened leftover porridge. Oh, uh-oh. There are knife marks on the inside of the... Uh-huh. There's a lot of cutscenes. Oh, is this the beginning of investigation mode? Maybe not. Oh. Is he a companion? He's a xeno, though. An inhumanly tall figure encased in an outlandish armor appears out of nowhere. The ornate helmet dips and a distorted, otherworldly voice reaches your ears. I see you bear the pendant of Inquisitor Millicentilia. Millicentilia. Greetings, emissary. May he steal our hearts so that we might banish all doubt of righteousness of humanity. May he grant us the strength to bring just retribution upon the enemies of humanity. Sorrow recites his prayer in a cold voice, keeping his eyes locked on the stranger. As indicated by a slight turn of the helmet, the armoured figure throws a cursory glance in the Psyker's direction, and may fate grant you the reason to subdue your innate aggression when you should. Correct, the Inquisitor sent me. The helmet dips. Your arrival is timely. I just finished my rituals of perceiving. Oh, I have to do my rituals of perceiving every morning. It's called putting my contacts in. Haymar whistles. Inquisitor Millicentilia isn't squeamish about the tools she uses. She's brought in a xenos sorcerer and right under Septimia's nose. Heresy. The heresy of pride, which spurns one to believe in one's own exceptionality and the heresy of consorting with the enemies of humanity. You are one of the Aldari, sentient, highly involved xenos, enemies of humanity. Oh, the Aldari are quite nice, actually. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. Some of them are a bit annoying. You have guessed my race, but I'm no foe to you or your tribe. Inquisitor Millicentilia and I have forged a temporary alliance, one that benefits us both. I must admit that the Inquisitor has always adhered to a principle of tolerance towards alien species capable of communication. A truly unique individual among your kind. So you are the Inquisitor's associate whom I was supposed to meet. The stranger is silent, as if giving you time to realize the pointlessness of your question. Finally, a somewhat disdainful sniff comes from beneath the helmet. Judging by your reaction, Inquisitor Millicentilia did not deign to enlighten you about the identity of her associate. To business, you must have information for me. Inquisitor Millicentilia wished to know if sorcery was involved in the disappearance of her underlings. Sorcery of a special kind, which has its source in the darkest corruption. The Xenos take the Inquisitor's pendant. The Xeno takes the Inquisitor's pendant from your hands and continues speaking in a changed melodic tone. I hear the echo of what your kind calls the Imperium. However, in this sign I discern not the foulness of that which the Monkey call the archenemy, but the ancient fatigue and the malevolence of a twisted mind. Tell me more. The helmet turns as though the creature is pondering your request. Several seconds elapse in silence. It is powerful, all-consuming, and at the same time feeble, like the sign of a song lost in the labyrinth. Sorcery of momentous power that served its purpose, whatever it was, and then vanished without a trace. The malevolence of a twisted mind, but not the archenemies. The Aldari shakes his head. Your people are too young and your perception of existence too rudimental. For you to comprehend the Imperium in any depth. I will only say that the corrupting force from beyond the veil holds sway over many creatures. There can be no doubt that the secrets of such species lie buried in the past of this sector. Secrets whose very revelation would imperil your feeble mind. The investigation is straightforward, but I have a slew of questions about you, Aldari. Save your breath. I am a way speaker, and I am here because Inquisitor Millicentilia is offering me protection on my mission in exchange for my gift. Those who follow the path of the seer among my people are much more attuned to the Imperium, and our manipulations of it lead to far fewer consequences than your fumbling. Inquisitor Millicentilia has chosen my skills over the assistance of one of your witches. Witches. A wayseeker, what is that? I am a guide and navigator for my kind. My gift enables me to chart courses through the webway and in real space. The helmet tilts slightly to the side. There exists another application for my gift, but that knowledge is of no use to you. It concerns only my people and our sorrows. What is your mission? What are you doing in a human world? Your kind cannot hope to genuinely claim ownership of any planet, small creature, and I am unwilling to reveal the reasons my presence here. Suffice to say that I am seeking a path to salvation out of a ring of darkness, away from a peril far greater than the discourse between our species. A ring of darkness? You are speaking of the Noctis Aeterna, so humans are not the only ones suffering from this tragedy. This surprises you? Curious. When the Archenemy's forces burst through the veil from their dimension and defile the world of things, no species is safe. Not mine, or yours, or any other. What salvation are we talking about? You are overly inquisitive for a human who's casually crossed my path. He's literally an inquisitor occult. That's his entire job, is to be inquisitive. and naive, for you expect my candor. If your heart is troubled by the thought that a xenos is properly plotting evil against the monkey, I can never tell if it's monkey or monkey on this world, then it need not be. I am here only to do my duty, to seek a way. I'm interested in an ancient xenos species that is somehow connected to the Tyrant Star. Do you know of it? The xenos tilts his head slightly. I can guess what you are referring to. The echo of their songs whispers across the world, and here as well. My name is Occult, and I could use your help with those ancient secrets we talked about earlier. Come to your senses, Occult. Do not make this mistake. The armor-clad figure sweeps an appraising eye over you. Perhaps we could have, were it not for my arrangement with Inquisitor Millicentilia. I have no interest in the company of a monkey that will simply be underfoot. The Aldari raises his hand in preparation to work some sorcery, then he suddenly pauses. The faceless helmet turns to you. Lothar. My name is Lothar Carnareth, small creature. Law, Heresy. The religious symbols of the Marasportum fanatics has been sketched by an inexpert and trembling hand. Oh, I need to put this here. A clear attempt to imitate the real thing. And imitate? Why are they imitating? Ah. Repair kit. Examine. The crates scattered around the camp have been crudely forced open. If there ever was anything of value inside, it has already been pilfered. Scan. Registering evidence of forced access to the storage. Incident classified as an act of sacrilege and subversion of the authority of Holy Order. Entry archived. Install Hollow Evoker. It's cool that it can jump up now. Foreman's report. Location, excavation site, Sector 4, Shift 138. Foreman Marto. Layers of rock removed, 18. Personnel losses, 3. Workers, cause collapse. 3 workers, cause collapse. Extracting items, 12 scrolls, 3 machine relics delivered to Magos, proceeding as scheduled. A total of 3 disciplinary violations were observed during the shift. Going outside the perimeter without authorization, the perpetrators were questioned thoroughly. Unsanctioned beliefs are confirmed to be spreading among the workers, which has led to acts of violence. The perpetrators were isolated. No intervention from Inquisitor M necessary. Requested a 4-hour shift extension as per the emergency protocol. Shift 175. 3 of the workers absconded to join the heretical sect. Permission to eliminate requested. Awaiting orders. Established a curfew for all personnel. The vid screen lumens flicker furiously. Someone must have angered the machine spirit. Oh, athletics, 55%. Oh, I did it. Torture instruments. Oh. Is that like lockpicks? The tracks left by the steel-toed work boots are intermingled with numerous other prints. It is difficult to work out what happened here and the chronology of events. Multiple prints detected on the bedrock and surrounding area, initiating scan for further analysis. There are knife marks on the inside of the vat. Someone tried to scrape out the hardened leftover upper level. Flame Shroud. At the start of their turn, the wearer's armor durability is increased by WP for each burning unit in combat. Lasts until the start of the wearer's next turn. Would that be good for her then? Or for him? Willpower bonus plus over 2. Armor durability. Oh, my willpower is quite high. Why? Put it on him. Oh, it's so nice having the these are actually detailed models. In Rogue Trader, it's like a blurry mess. Oh, they're really high res as well. What happened to him? Oh, what happened to her? They've all got scars. There is nothing in the containers except for the smell of the workers could not have used up the entire supply of explosives. Someone must have stolen it. A fragment of the column has splintered off and the metal near it is melted, both pointing to a shot from a... Okay, time to do the Hollow Invoker. But first... be back in a sec. What was I doing? Oh yeah, the Hollow Invokers. The crates scattered around the camp have been crudely forced to... do I have to set up all of them then? Okay, one last one. So how does this work? Do I pick... Oh. Let's get rid of this. The log is P. The P log. Who ransacked the camp? The bandits took... The fanatics took the supplies. Select all characters. Who was attacked? Who attacked? Bandits. Foreman's reports. What's this foreman report? Members of a local gang. But how do I know if it's bandits or... Am I missing something? Oh, here we go. The ripped tent shows signs of claws and beaks. They could have been left by people who... They could have been left by people whose bodies have been altered by the Hab Zone's toxic environment. A large four-toed footprint is deeply embedded in the ground. The mud around it has been churned up to cover the other tracks of the four-toed intruders. Servo Sentinel. Someone has ripped out the sacred circuits from the guts of this congregator. The console is shattered, and a bundle of sparking cables protrudes from the casing. Clear the rubble. Code amulet. A heavy amulet of blue metal bearing an engraving in sacred code. The tech priest's body has been severed in half. The cut looks unnaturally even. Unnaturally even. Traces of fading psychic force activity detected. Changing scan mode to construct a hollow projection based on residual particles not suitable for standard visual inspection. The imprint of anomaly in the shape of a perfect sphere intersects with a cut on the body of the Magus. Sphere. Intriguing. Oh, this is... I just have to make a guess? Expedition members. Bog beasts. Most of the entries... The work boot tracks do not belong to the workers. The tracks left by the steel-toed work boots are intermingled with numerous other prints. Oh! Numerous other prints. Oh, but it could be any of these. Fragment, both pointing a shot from a las gun. Who would have las guns? Or maybe if I speak to... The Tyrant Star. It simply can be used. How do I know you won't leave? I'm making arrangements. I must go. Inquisitor. Here's the occult. Arthur has already informed me he told you of his findings. I dare say what he told you might be even the truth. You have unusual assistants. Some things are more accessible to the cunning mind and heightened perceptions of the Aldari. This is your chance to make use of his abilities. It would be unwise to spurn it. You cannot help but notice the thrum of tension in the Inquisitor's tone and the look she cast at the Aldari. It seems that despite her confidence words, she is anxious about the xenos' presence in her unit, most likely due to the dangerous proximity of a sister of battle to the excavation site. I would like him to join my routine. Out of the question. As yet, you have not proved yourself capable enough to be permitted to have dealings with a xenos. Did you think I would entrust a Corsair ally to a bumbling incompetent? Provide me with the reconstruction of the events and I will consider it. I will return later. The ripped tent shows claws and beaks. Claws and beaks. A large the mud around... Yeah. What's all this got to do with it then? Someone's ripped out, the console is shattered. The Czech priest's body's been severed. Circle. The servitors at the bottom of the pit have frozen in unnatural poses. There are no apparent signs of damage, and they yet seem to ignore all commands and have made no attempt to return to camp. Oh, maybe I have to look at the Inquisitor. Field camp. Inquisitor. Local bandits watching. The Aldari claims to sense echoes of incredible powerful warp sorcery. Strange tracks. Missing. The Aldari believes that the difference is not a result of actions of ordinary mortals. Whoever took the crates may know. Pursue your leads. Whoever took the crates may know what happened. Dissected. Ooh. Analyze the terrain around the body from the hollow pit. Companion is willing to offer. Ah. It didn't tell me about this. Identifying the key features for comparison. These parameters will form the basis of analysis. The other half of the body is missing and no trace of its movements could be found. It's as if it vanished into thin air. Internal fluids left the body post-mortem, most likely due to the rockfall. All across the primary wound area, the vessels and fluid tubes were cauterized at once. I've never seen such neat and clean wounds. There's no scientific explanation for what could have caused the wound, so that not even a drop of blood spilled from the body. Look at this clean cut. It's like it's been done with a las cutter, but the caliber is non-standard, so it's not an Inquisition issue weapon. Interesting. How... Performance notes. The investigation of the evidence proved the following information. New information. According to the foreman's notes, some members of the expedition have begun secretly following the teachings of the Flock of Repentance. New information. Spherical prints. The source of the tracks and their purpose cannot be identified. Measurable characteristic, perfectly round sphere with a radius of 1.8. What a bizarre mark. It's as if real space itself split at the seams and then an unknown force repaired the tear, leaving a thin suture. The Psyker believes the mark was once a rift in real space, now perfectly stitched back together by an unknown force. Field camp. Okay, that's everything. Someone must have angered the machine's boots. Why are there tracks from work boots? Is it fanatics or bog beasts? Well, let's save, let's see what happens. Or maybe you just get to see. Oh! Ah, so you can just pick what you want. That looks like it. Did they just leave? But they wouldn't have escaped, right? Go torture this guy. The old man looks up at you, exhaustion written in his empty gaze. His dry fingers fiddle mindlessly with the edges of his blood-stained rags. One of Millicentilia's occults nods to you. It's rare fortune to see an occult of a dead Inquisitor not follow him to the grave on Carbal's orders. Paying the occults not the slightest attention, Epony gives the witness a cursory look before turning to you. Numerous signs of bruising, superficial damage to the surface layers of the skin, apparent loss of integrity in some of the smaller bones. The procedure was performed with the sufficient expertise to ensure that the witness would not expire, yet retain the ability to feel pain. Still, I would recommend refraining from further application of violence given the subject's age. If you tell everything you know, you'll live. The old man nods with visible effort. Crates of Physaline have gone missing from the camp. What do you know about that? Face a what? Saints, I don't even know what that is. It's not my place to know. But I did see crates that looked just like the ones you all have in the upper town, I did. They looked heavy. It took a whole group to carry them. I can't say where they were headed, though. Tell me what you've already told the Inquisitor, and don't even tell me of hiding anything. Yes, Master. I used to scoop grease off the food vats here. Traded it for rations at the market. First time the great machine of yours went all quiet. I waited a little and came to see what this place was about. I saw intruders here with weapons, so I hid in one of the vats and they didn't spot me. That's where I've been hiding ever since. But now you found me after all. About a dozen of them there were. They had guns. Scary folk. Could have been bandits or some slight. I didn't get a good look at them, but they weren't here for the food vats, that's for sure. What do you know about the nightmares? Oh, I know about the sleep sickness. When the sea started shaking, that's when the nightmares came. Everyone came down with it. Those flock of repentance. Folks say it's the God Emperor warning us. Telling us to repent. But I don't know anything about that, Master. I just want to get by. Tell me about this flock of the repentance. Believers from his congregation. Master, they've lost their way though. They've all forgotten St. Sibelius' name. And now they say everyone should cleanse himself through pain. They say that's how we can serve the God Emperor and save ourselves from the nightmares. But they have a leader. Fancy old name, I forget what it is. But I did see their marks around the camp, written in blood they were. I have, Master, I have. The old man perks up. There's those divers living by the shore, madmen, all of them, I tell you. One day there I was, walking along the shore, seeing what the sea might have brought. I look over and it's them divers, chanting something, or maybe it was witchcraft, I couldn't tell. And then they started dumping corpses in the water. I took off running, it was horrible. I heard those apostates worship some sea creature like it's a saint. It's why they butcher people, to offer them to the beast. Is that, do you know what's left of the four? Footprints, you say? Some accursed mutant maybe, but none I've seen, no, Master. The Baron's orders were that no one was to come near this place, but those armed intruders, they looked like his lot. Stay here, I may have more questions later. Did anything update? The divers perform a similar ritual on the shore of the... Oh wait, what's this? Remove conclusion. All the workers and guards at the excavation initiated by the Inquisitor have disappeared for reasons unknown. The fanatics took that. How am I supposed to know? Ooh. How do I get to exposition? V. Do I just talk to her? I questioned the witness. You think my camp was robbed by some fanatics? An interesting theory. Do you have anything to support it? It seems there was a skirmish in the camp over supplies. But not yet. You think threats from some ragtag bandits would induce an armed Inquisitor? What's this? Some of your conclusions are tenuous. Too tenuous. Your messages are tenuous because the tracks at the... Whereas the truth is not what it first. Someone took pains to ensure... Let me try that again. Will it let me leave? Oh wait, he wanted to talk to me, didn't he? The echoing footfalls cause stone dust to fall from the spiral grooves on the drill. Oh, it's another one. Traces of fading psychic force activity detected. Changing scanning mode to construct a hollow projection based on residual particles not suitable for standard visual analysis. A strange imprint. It's another sphere. Spherical prints. Leaving the camp occult, you must have a very good reason. I found leads connecting to Massaportum. I must follow them there. Okay. Spotted armed individuals attempting to approach the guards, eliminated the trespassers. Okay, so it can't have been them. You think my camp was robbed by some fanatics? An interesting theory. A skirmish took place, no doubt, but you are overlooking an important detail. If my people had been in the camp, no one could have got in. Besides, what about the strange footprints? You're almost... But so confusion. I am missing something. Oh, broken serviture. Summon mystically carved patterns. Bog beasts. You think my camp was ransacked by bog beasts? An interesting theory. Well, why not? You will look for bird-headed mutants wearing Inquisition uniforms. The skirmish took place here, no doubt, but you are overlooking an important detail. It might be no one could have got in, not even... Besides... Why not? Really? Do you think they were wearing my workers' boots, do you? Bog beasts, bandits, fanatics. They just left? I feel like I'm missing something. I assure you there are no 4-toed mutants in my expedition team. The other explanation is you're just not meant to. What about... Surely no foot... Okay. They attacked. Oh. Why would they... What would the boots be? Do not belong to the workers. Drag the bodies away? I'm sure I did that one though. Fanatics. Bandits. Bog beasts? Are you not supposed to do it? one thing we can agree on. The skirmish between the bandits and the so-called bog beasts. The armed bandits overpowered the mutants and took all the supplies. This does not explain the tracks leading away from the camp. These are undoubtedly tracks made by work boots, but it does seem my people had already left by the time of the altercation. So then, whom do they belong? Find out where they lead. Something strange is afoot in Maris Portum. My agent, Rufinus Scraig, has been working undercover in his god, emperor forsaken place for several months already. We were due to meet at the extraction site, but the latest seaquake cut off our communication. Track him down and help him with the mission. If necessary, tell him that Lady M sent you. He will aid you in your investigation. The one problem with all the changes to my PC is that it's now cold in here instead of boiling. How will I recognize him? The Inquisitor holds out a small portable device displaying a scowling man with burn scars over half his face. Rufinus prefers to cover his face, but if you pay close attention, you will spot other signs. His augmented lower left leg or his tattoos. Memorize them, occult. This is how my people recognize each other. Am I permitted to know the particulars of Agent Scraig's mission? Bog beasts. I tasked Scraig with investigating a clan of swamp mutants on the outskirts of the Hab Zone and assessing their usefulness to the Tyrantine cabal. These are his reports. Study them. That will be enough to start with. Lord Xenos. A quick scan of the reports leaves you in no doubt. The bog beasts the Inquisitor is referring to are a clan of Xenos, the Kroot. Evidently, Millicentilia and her people prefer to use this unsophisticated nickname given to the Xenos by the ignorant lower hive dwellers in order to rid the clan of unwanted attention, or perhaps somehow use the Kroot to their own benefit. Any other questions? Can I take over your arrangement with Lothar? We can be useful to one another. Very well, I'm not opposed. Time will tell if the small creature can live up to his word. For now, I will trust my instincts and consent to changing the agreement, on the condition that Occult assists me with some unfinished business here in the settlement. Fine, Occult, now Lothar Carnathon is in your burden to bear. Do not expect it to be easy. Offering protection to a Xenos is risky. Don't be afraid to mention the name of Anton Zerb. His patronage will help you avoid the wrath of people like Septima. Speak with me in the place where we met. I want to discuss exactly how your newfound patronage will benefit us. Think carefully about what you would tell her. Betray the Inquisition and it just won't be your career that comes. These so-called bog beasts, they're Kroot, aren't they? Clever, indeed. It refers to the Kroot, carnivorous Xenos native to a different part of the galaxy. This clan has settled on the outskirts of the Hab Zone and has been under observation by the Ordo Xenos for some time. Keep its existence a secret until the mission is complete. I'm ready to begin investigating. This case is not as simple as it appears. Do not rush to any conclusions. Turn over every stone in Marsportum before you send your case report. Your task is to dig until you uncover the truth, not to pin the blame on the first person you meet. Find out what happened to my workers. I hope you understand me, Occult. Okay. Okay. The Observer, find him, yeah. Oh, and then Xenos time. Oh, every time he does that, my eyes go like, what the hell's going on? Agents, okay, reports from Agent Rufinus Scraig. Where? Oh, is he dead? Where did he say meet? The location of his first contact with the occult. Where was the first contact? Wasn't it down at the bottom? Inquisitor. Oh, here. Inquisitor Milcentilia wished to know what happened to our underlings. While exploring this place, I've discovered many mysteries, buried secrets, hidden songs. The helmet tilts slightly to one side in clear contemplation. They are here, beneath the ground, waiting for someone to listen and unravel them. Some are connected to the xenos you asked about, but not all of them. The melodies of these mysteries rise to the surface in places where the veil between the Imperium and real space is worn thin. I must reach these places and perform rituals to hear what is being said in each song. They are located in areas where dwellings of your kind are concentrated. Millicentilia's entourage calls this place Marisportium, but it is under the watch of Sister Septium and the Adeptus Sororitas. Did you suppose that helping me would begin and end with your fine company? You were mistaken. You will find a way to ensure that no one interferes with my mission. The inhabitants will be terrified at the mere sight of a xenos. No, the intelligence of the local monkey is insufficient to recognize a member of another species in this guise. They will take me for a distorted vision of their own kind, a mutant. He gives a slight shake of his head. The white-haired monkey whom Inquisitor Millicentilia is so keen to avoid, however, it would be best if she and I did not meet each other. Not yet, at least. She jettisoned her agreement. She seized her chance to get rid of this burden as soon as I was no longer needed. That cannot surprise you, surely. I would turn all my attention deep underground, to songs forgotten by time and hidden by the ashes of generations. When those songs find a listener, they will reveal to me the mysteries that echo beneath our feet. Well, let's begin. What kind of places do you require? A place full of life, a place imbued with emanations, a place hidden from prying eyes. I didn't understand a word of that. I'm not surprised. Even my kin struggle to interpret the Imperium's signs. I do not expect understanding from you. I would like you to tell me what you learn. To what end? Our mutual aid does not entail any additional social rituals. I'm curious about what you will discover. Come, when we draw close to one of the places I seek, I will hear an echo of one of the songs, and I will tell you. Okay, research. Initiating data upload to the sacred repository. Data decoded, structured, and appended to the case evidence. New information added. Re-agent's mission. The agent was gathering intelligence on the Bogbeast clan at the behest of the Inquisitor. The agent deemed the clan weakened, but believed its potential could be unlocked. Agents identifying marks, an old burn covering half his face. Agents identifying marks, a tattoo on concealed area of skin. Characteristic of comparison data required. Bug beasts. Workers' footprints. Dead end. I hear a song, almost faded to a whisper, the funeral lament of a consciousness once trapped within the spheres and now almost turned into nothingness. The echo of another consciousness once imprisoned but dissolved over time. Field camp. The camp shows sign. The tracks left at the excavation site look out of place. Conflicting, the paths loop and tangle, and the truth is not what it might appear at first glance. Initiating data upload. The Kroot purpose in life to absorb the right best strands genes for their evolution of their race. I want to discuss the missing. What are you trying to dig up? Calixis was once home to many ancient civilizations. In the time before the Agenvine Crusade and the great extermination of the enemies of humanity. And yet traces of those civilizations still rest in the bowels of the earth. There is a supposition that secret knowledge lies with them that could help us survive the fight against the Tyrant Star. For the first time, something other than grim focus shows on the Inquisitor's face. Exhaustion. And now, occult, for your own good, bury everything you've just heard in the deepest recesses of your mind. Why not simply hire a new expedition? Until we've established why the previous one disappeared, I'd be risking not only the lives of my people, but the success of any future operation in this area. I thought that would be obvious. Even you can tell the difference between a tech priest and a common vagrant. As for the other workers, look at their uniform and tattoo. Did they go in the sphere? Scanning the tracks has been discontinued. Continuing the search beyond the camp's perimeter is recommended. Off to Lower Town we go. Cover. Woman in rags. What the hell? I do not intend to show my face to the white-haired one. I will join you. I will join you after your visit to her camp. Frag grenade. Should I buy this? Metal threaded cloak. Commissioner's boots. I can't do that. Performing an optical scan. Analysis of the remains. Complete. Flesh, charred, bone, local specimens morphoid type. The data does not correlate to the profile of the pursued subjects, workers. Codent level 0, archiving data. You could hand her in. Regarding the missing people in Meritopus, why do you believe it's not natural decline in population? Was there anything unusual about the missing? That's all for now. May I know the story behind this item? Calixis von Venera, Inquisitor of the Order and Zenzel member, a man steeped in relic. Ignorance is the God and Emperor's blessing, remember that. Oh my god. Hey, you with the tin throat. The Baron politely asks that you pack it in with these sermons. If you try to make a fuss, he'll ask you in politely. Faithless ignorance, once again you stand in the way of repentance. Once you take salvation away from these people. We will endure it, but only for now. Yeah, endure it. That's what the God Emperor told you to do. The rest of you, get out of here. Don't you have jobs to do? Turn sharply south. Left by army boots, one set stands out for its inhumanly size. The trail of footprints left by yourself, they are of no interest. Hello. Disperse the locals to separate the footprints. Awful lot of clean shirts hanging around. What do they think they'll find? Yeah, it's good so far. Haven't really done much, but investigate though. But that's kind of cool. It looks really good as well. Everything's so much sharper. Each portrait emphasizes the distinct features of the subject. They're usually painted on pics with a bounty on their heads. Yeah, I did. I played it in the summer, I think. Around then. It was really good. I played an officer. And I was all God Emperor for the win sort of thing. Yeah. It seems like very similar so far. I haven't had a chance to have a fight yet though. But moving around and stuff's very similar. You cannot read the tracks. Diver. A man in a bulky diving suit stares, crushed at the spilled black slurry. As you approach, he pales as if he has seen death itself. I'll make good for it. Please, please don't kill me, master. I've got 2 children. I'm playing Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteousness at the same time. So it's been interesting seeing how they've changed over the years. Even if these two are very different systems and stuff. I'm not here to do anything to you, so calm down. I'm not from Mausportum. The diver looks at you in disbelief, then loosens up a fraction. Right enough. You're too clean looking to be from around here. I'm searching for a group who were here not long ago. In work gear, clean-faced. They came here from the excavation site. Plenty of folk passed through here. 3 times in the last few days. Whole groups came through. Just recently a crowd went by in that direction, toward the upper town. They often hold executions there, and about 15 people ran that way, towards the houses, though that was a while ago. And some headed for the water, quite a few. None but us divers go there willingly, only hermits, and those flock-driven half-mad. The hermits linger there until the end. The others throw themselves off the shore into the sea. I heard a crowd of poor souls went to meet the sea not long ago, stepping off the shore. I didn't witness it, I was below, hauling up this cursed stuff. The diver glances at you, then at the spilled black ooze, and sighs deeply. Well then, thanks for sparing me. I'll be off, time to dive again soon, to make up for what's been spilled. Yeah, it's cool. I like that there's the presence for inspiring respect and fear, and then just amicable deeds. So 2 different reps. What else did I see that was cool? I don't really know how the abilities work yet. The actual attacks look similar. Oh, finest hour. I'll bring it down. I played an officer in Rogue Trader, so these are all quite familiar. Like finest hour. Oh, but they've not got the Is it bring it down? Yeah. The officer immediately grants an ally an extra turn with 2 attack power and 0 MP. Officer was good, but I'm not going to be an officer on my main character again. It's not too fun when your main character can't do much. Their whole existence is for one skill. Oh, Wicked Scorn. The target must pass a willpower metal test. If fails, the target suffers -2 morale while the noble gains. I was in it. Select modifications. The target ally is increased by 7 minus. Oh. Yeah, there's so much. Release the diver and I promise you an easy death. Like I believe you, the Baron's mutt. Everyone knows that your boss saws people's arms and legs off. Listen, let the fisherman go and you can clean off back to the swamp. I promise I won't shoot you in the back, not today. Sure, we'll do that. These stinking fools are our best shot at some loot. Dire Spike. The burly thug covered in luminous tattoos looks mean and weary in equal measure. Stop, you idiot. Can't you see you've got a situation here? A short woman in a diving suit without a helmet roughly shoves the bandit aside, coming forwards. Shut your trap, newbie. Listen, you're not local, are you? Help us out. I'm Calby, head of... a new audience. Let's see what happens now. Who are you in charge of? This lot? Am I in charge of the carvers? These loomers? No, thank the God Emperor. The Baron is the one who holds their leash. I lead the divers. The ferals, the thugs from the swamps, are holding a couple of my boys for ransom in the warehouse. You look like you're armed. Maybe you can help us. These men only know how to pump themselves full of gurgism. Dress looks like your situation is entirely under your control. Call me Dire Spike. I'm in charge right here. Those bloody ferals, Crimson lot, got past the guard post and holed themselves up in the hangar. Only there's black sludge and divers in there. Now they're asking for a ransom. Usually they just grab someone or rob them and run back to the swamp, but they're getting cocky now. What are we supposed to do, huh? We went to that hole in the ground to get our loot, and those vicious bastards were there. They took out 2 of our squads. A man's got to eat, you know, and now I got you. Tough luck. What can I say? Who are these people anyway? Scumba. The tattooed bandit glances at the disheveled man and swallows the word before it can slip out. These outlaws call themselves ferals. When the water came, the Baron, the boss of us carvers, rose to power and began to restore order. He kicked out the looters and anyone who fought back and took charge of the town. So this lot decided to live in the swamps outside the border. That's how they got the name ferals. Sometimes they come in and cause situations. The man in the bloody gums grips nastily in response and smugly adjusts the weapon on his belt. Why are you attacking the fishermen? They have nothing you want to take. Crimson Fang fixes his eye on you. Suddenly the repulsive stinking man looks bone-tired. What are we supposed to do? We went to the hole in the ground and the swamp mutants were there. Bad enough when your crazy Baron sicked those freaks on us. The bastards near ate the whole lot of us. We're not stupid enough to mess with them. But fishermen are easy pick. He cuts himself off and his gaze turns hateful. You know what? You can ram your questions down the fish's throat. I've got nothing more to say to any mutt of the Barons. What do you want in exchange for the hostages? The unkempt bandit spits red on the ground. Booze, lots of booze. My boys are bored without it, and you bring some, maybe we won't kill them all. I know what we should do. The bandit leader nods to you and then turns to Crimson Fang. Wait here, Fang. We're going to settle this. Don't take too long in there, alright? My boys are twitchy buggers. What's your plan? They're demanding alcohol. Why not give it to them? Epina's lips curve as she looks at the Dower building. I suggest we use Lord Commander Chevo's tactics. During an assault on a fortress of heretics, he bribed smugglers to deliver a shipment of provisions laced with paralytic poisons. We could likewise find effective toxin and add it to the drink. You see Carl tense at the words, speaking quietly so that Dire Spike does not overhear. She says, if you get the drink, I'll handle the rest. I'll just bring them alcohol, see what happens. What? Are you out of your mind? While you're running back and forth, they'll kill my guys. Wait, I want to do it that. I want to do it our way. The sea did not spare the makeshift Saint Stibulus. Where is she? Wait, no. Oh. Maybe the poison idea is the most promising. How do I... I guess I gotta get poison, huh? Crates of phallicite. Where would alcohol be? Aluminum tattoos and the traces of numerous wounds are visible on the body. It looks like the unfortunate man was beaten to death by an entire throng. Where would I get alcohol? The woman standing behind the counter has an impressive mane, woven from dried seaweed, and wears clothing crafted from an old deep-sea diving suit. A tarnished, time-worn copper aquilia hands on her chest. She smiles at you, revealing 2 rows of blue-black teeth. Step right up and take your pick, master. Inktooth offers the best the sea has to top up. A daunting tower of assorted junk, covered in shells and seawater debris, sits on the trader's makeshift counter. Among the clutter, you notice a few seemingly intact injectors, a rusty knife, and a rather decent pair of boots, the type issued to the officers of the Cinctillion Fusiliers, not just regular. These boots belong to an officer of the Astra Militarum. The colour drains from the trader's face, making her dark teeth stand out sharply. What? How was I to know? I've never seen them. How about you take them off my hands before I get into trouble? Give the injector... Why is one tick? A fair trade. I inspect the knife. This knife used to belong to a daring man. He wielded it to shield his family from the swamp mutants and lost his life. Later his children brought me the knife. I traded... Okay. If you say so, master. Members of the flock of repentance send themselves into ecstasy by self-mutilation. In this state of mind, people are heavily suggestible. The ferals have stayed away from the excavation site since the camp guards obliterated 2 of their squads. Similar crates were found in the diver's warehouse. Ferals. Crimson Fang let it slip that the ferals did not risk exploring the excavation. On a tip from the Baron, the bog beast eliminated near all the feral gangs on the outskirts of the Habtown. The divers perform sinister rituals on the shore of the towns, after which they throw bands of ferals. Oh, you can move it around. Boots of the and is worn only by senior officers. A rope is needed. Oh damn, I'm so tired. Damn. Enraged Orgrin. The Orgrin before you is so huge that it makes him look like a walking slab of rock. His body bears enough burns and wounds to kill any ordinary human, and yet they barely seem to be a nuisance to this giant. He takes a menacing look towards you, raising his weapon with a growl. Look at the Orgrin. The Abhuman's arms and shoulders are covered in pale scars. His uniform, tattered and poorly mended dozens of times over, is soaked with sweat and blood. The Ogrin has a fearsome presence, but in his one unaltered eye you catch a glimpse of confusion and fatigue. We should count ourselves lucky. Note the augment set in the cranium of this abhuman species specimen. Said augmentics substantially facilitates his cognitive processes, which makes him intelligent enough to grasp concepts such as cause and effect. At the very least, simply put, this Ogrin has the capacity to assess center basic agreements. First, you cultivated a variant of monkey that would have the worst of your traits amplified tenfold through a decline of the mind, and then you have a change of heart and scrambled to invent a way to make these creatures think once more. Show your hands, I'm not your enemy. The Ogrin freezes as your placating gesture. He shakes his head and looks back at the carnage he has wrought. The anger on his face slowly turns to disappointment, and his growling gives way to comprehensible words. Not me, enemy? The sergeant ordered to fight until reinforcements comes, but all the enemy's dead already. You're not the enemy, I thinks. Then are you reinforcements? Treat your wounds. For me, I'm not loud. It's what the sergeant says. But he's not here, so I take it. Tell me your name, Ogrin. The Ogrin, before showing the tattoo in his bicep. 0118B. Yes, in Tory number. The Ogrin pauses in thought, but you can call me Cog. It's what the sergeant calls me. What happened here? We was on patrol. These ones came at us. Wounded the sergeant. He gave me orders. Hold position until reinforcements comes. The sergeant went to cover the rear, he said. Who was in command of your unit? Sergeant Uli, 10th Platoon. Stilton, no, Sicilian, Fusilia, 12th, 20th, 7th. That's right, I thinks. Evidently, the Ogrin is talking about the Sicilian Fusiliers regiment of the Astra Militarum. Some of the bodies around you are dressed in their uniform. So you're alone out here? No one else from your unit survived? I'm with Sergeant Oli. He went to get reinforcement, but he'll be back. I wouldn't count on it, pal. Haymar scoffs and turns to you. I can't help but wonder why a squad of Fusiliers had to meet an inglorious death in this hole. But what matters right now is we can't abandon Astra Militarium property, which is what this abhuman is. Either he'll end up in the wrong hands or it'll cause a lot of trouble if we leave him unsupervised. The loyalty of this paltry-minded abhuman deserves more than what he has received for his faithless service. He can't be allowed to... Okay. I got orders. The Ogrin stares down you with the obstinity of a grox. The sergeant said, hold position. Until the sergeant says so, I not leave position. Perhaps I should help you look for the sergeant. I not know, but the sergeant was wounded. That's bad. Should find him, maybe. Can you help me? Larthera moves a hand casually, and for a moment you can hear ringing of otherworldly strings. Among many paths belonging to others, I see one that fits. Frightened, cowardly, the monkey went to the water. Surrounded by water, he reached the end of the water. I don't know what the sergeant looks like. Come with me, or you can help me recognize him. I got orders. The Ogrin snatches his bald head in puzzlement. But the sergeant's been gone so long. Maybe he got lost. Maybe more of these ones attack him. Have to find the sergeant. Gestures at the servo osorium. I'll inform Commander about the bodies. Alright, your command until we find Sergeant Ollie. Then he'll command. He knows what to do. Oh, the clicking's not great. What the hell? The Vox emits a quiet hiss. Remind me who can authorize my exit. Does that mean I need to go up? Or... Low signal strength. Recommendation, find another source. I think I'm gonna have to call it here. I'm just so tired. Yeah, I'm struggling to concentrate. So I think I need to sleep off a year of work.